Welcome to the dirt. I'm Gray. That's Nicole. Thank all of you for popping in the chat already. My gosh, the commentary is alive and well. Hello, Mindy. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Who knew that Olive Garden and Chili's would spark such a heated debate? Gray. I think you need to go try it. I think you do.
Do I now?
You do. Look at this comment section. It's popping off.
Which comment are you about to pop up? Do you want to show me? I mean, there are a million.
Mark knows where it's at. The tour of Italy is basically you get like 3 different pastas all in one. And it's one dish, and then you get free breadsticks and free salad. You
Okay.
can't lose. You can't lose there.
I could go on an actual tour of Italy. That would be fun.
I mean,
But I wasn't invited on that trip. Just kidding.
Wait, whose trip is that?
Alabama's.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
crazy
It's okay.
tea. You guys heard it here first.
It's okay. I don't work here. Nicole, before we start, what do the people need to do on all YouTube and social media platforms?
Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe. I love the comment section that it's popping off. But make sure you guys like and subscribe. You can put on notifications whenever we go live. You'll get this beautiful, beautiful dynamic duo. But also, there's a ton of other podcasts on the Softball America Network that you can follow along with across all the different conferences, all the softball updates. See if somebody's a OU hater or not. Who knows? It might be crazy. It might be craziness out here. Who knows? But you'll have a good time. That I can guarantee.
If you don't think all that is coming up in the stain, you got something else coming to you. Also, Nicole, what is the challenge that we are issuing to the dear people out there regarding my clothing?
So I was going to bring this up, but I guess we're bringing it up right now. I'm so excited about
Let's
this.
go. Because I got to show you what I'm wearing tonight. So I got to, we got to tee it up.
Okay. So the challenge is Gray was born in a collared shirt and khaki pants. Actually, it was shorts. He turned 12 and then he graduated to khaki pants, but he was literally birthed out in a collared shirt and khaki pants. And so I just made some comments and
as you do.
As I do, I'm an agent of chaos, if you will. And Gray was like, you know what? I've had enough of it. That's it. I'm gonna start wearing casual clothes. I'm convinced that Gray sleeps in khaki pants, like still. But he is wearing different schools, their shirts every single week. He's getting a new one. And Auburn, the softball team on Twitter, replied back on this comment section because I tweeted out last week and I was like, Auburn, like, help a girl out, like, send Gray some gear, because we know, as one does, that Gray just loves all the schools and being unbiased, and so he wouldn't mind wearing an Auburn shirt at all. Obviously, as a just really unbiased member of the media. And so they tweeted back and they were like, and they kind of did like the eyes. So yeah, I'm really excited for this challenge and throughout this season, what takes we're gonna get.
All right, so I've worn Mercer, I've worn Alabama, I've worn, what else have I worn? I've worn Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
And tonight I do have shirts on the way, but they're not here yet. So I dipped into the outerwear portion of my closet, and I'm wearing a sweatshirt for a team tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to the East Carolina Pirates.
Shout out. I
ECU,
love that.
We got you.
I also don't think I've ever seen you in a hoodie either.
Yeah, Fang was like, is that an LSU hoodie? It's not. It's ECU.
ECU? ECU? So backwards, yeah.
I'm sorry, the comments are killing me right now. And I've got like such a serious topic that I wanted to start the show with, but I can't with all
you can't. Let's see the comments. Let's see it.
Well, let's flash this up for you, Mindy. We're just immediately diving into the Q&A here. Let's go. You know what? Let's start.
I have one.
Let's
I have
start with
one.
dirt messages. Okay. Here we go.
Can I pop one
Nicole.
up?
Oh no, I'll show you this one. Why, Nicole, are you on Softball America? They hate Oklahoma.
Okay. Obviously,
What are you
I'm
doing here, Nicole? What are you doing here?
I love Oklahoma, and I love Softball America. And we just, it is true. I am an OU lover. And everybody else in South America,
You're not
they
helping.
don't. They don't. You're right. I'm an agent of chaos tonight. I'm feeling, what is it Baker Mayfield said? I woke up feeling dangerous. Woke up feeling dangerous. Feel like a menace to society today. No, but I think this is so funny because as somebody who is now behind the scenes and I'm watching all the games, and as is the rest of the staff on Top of America, we're all watching the games. We're all diving into just not just the wins and losses, but how do they look? How do they look compared to everyone else? I think it's really funny. And I don't think that they hate Oklahoma. I don't. I do have one comment for us. The next one. Big news.
Oh, here we go. What's up, James?
James was not late. He was on time.
We were all just early. That was how it went.
Yeah.
I do believe that that Tara has queued up a challenge on YouTube where if there are 5 super chats, then I have to go live from Olive Garden or something.
Wait, yes, please. You guys, super chat the heck out of it. I need to see Gray going live with a breadstick in one hand and the tour of Italy just on a plate in the other. This is too good.
Also, I gotta post this up about the clothing. Please never wear Oklahoma. ... Thank you. Sorry, stoopstified. Nicole actually got a shirt for me this weekend, or at least you were supposed to. Did you do it?
I did. I just haven't shipped it. I will be honest. I haven't shipped it yet.
You can just bring it when you're here in April, and I'll wear it the next. Well, maybe not the next week. We'll see.
That's perfect.
No.
Okay, should we make a little bet or something right now?
No.
Yes, why not? Are you scared?
I'm not,
Gray?
I'm not scared.
Gray, are you scared?
I'm not scared at all, but I don't want to. I don't do well at bets. Historically, Tara and Jen Schroeder know we made a bet with them, a stake bet on Alabama UCLA men's basketball back in 21. Alabama was the one.
Say out loud, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I'm just bad at it. So I have terrible luck, and I don't want.
Isn't it not you? Isn't it something else? It's not. It's not you.
Oh no, Fang.
I cannot wait. Oh man, you're gonna love Olive Garden so much.
Oh my gosh. Am I doing the dirt next week from Olive Garden? Is that a thing that I can do?
You have to. I'm sorry. You don't have a choice.
Annie,
you don't have a choice.
Annie, stop. Annie put this up. If Bama wins, Nicole wears a Bama shirt. If OU wins, Gray wears OU. That's what I was going to say.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
We can do something unofficial, but if it's an official bet, I will lose. I'm horrible at those. Stake bets, anything like that. I'm Tara, I know you're in here somewhere. I know you know. You remember the stake bet when I bought your Cattleman's in OKC. I'm not good at these.
I'm salty about this one. I'm salty about this one. She doesn't follow me.
She doesn't follow anyone. She follows 12 people.
Yeah, and I'm not one of those 12.
One of them is Brady Vernon. All of you should be aware.
I'm one of those 12, though. I literally played for her. It's fine.
You did?
It's fine. It's fine. She hates social media, but it's fine. I'm love me.
Why am I getting bullied from our own account? What is happening?
That's it. We're done. We're done. Bet done.
The call is coming from inside the house.
Let's go. Nick Tarita, our guy.
What's up, Nick?
Oh, we're 2 away, you guys. Just 2 more. That's all we need. I feel like I'm in an infomercial where I'm like, 2 more, 2 more. Come on, Gray. You know you really want to do it.
We'll
Super
see.
bad.
We'll see. If you're not already commenting, we do want to hear from you. Nate says, hi, guys. Hi, Nate. Who else we got? Nolan's been popping in here. Tara is iconic. Couldn't agree more.
She is. What a queen.
Let's see. Well, Mark's been in here for a while. Hi, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
This one made me laugh. If we do want to talk a little bit of softball, Nolan said SEC said Divas down today.
Divas down.
I didn't know what Divas down was until I saw an SNL skit over the weekend, where they were like talking about how slay is over and a couple other phrases that the kids nowadays say, and one of them said, so it's something about Divas down. But yeah, the Divas were down today in the Southeastern Conference because there were 3 ranked losses to unranked teams today. Middle Tennessee took down Mississippi State, Coastal took down South Carolina, and Georgia Tech took down Auburn. And also Georgia Southern one-hit Georgia. His problem was the one hit was a solo homer. But yeah, it was one of those weird midweeks.
Hot take. I think midweeks are, once you get into the swing of conference, are like one of the hardest things to handle and to do, because it's like you're prepping for a 3-game series and you know that whenever a team faces you 3 times, it doesn't matter who it is, they're going to make adjustments. Like you're going to have to know their pitchers, like all this stuff. So there's so much focus on the weekend, and like teams don't try to like, okay, like it's just a midweek, like we're going to have the 3-game series at the end. Breadsticks for you, Gray. Breadsticks for you. Thanks, Nate. We are 1 away. We just need 1 more. Honestly, Gray. Let me just pause that topic real quick.
Well,
how does it feel to know that you're going to be eating breadsticks from Olive Garden tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Next week. Are you excited?
Sure. Am I allowed to bring a +1, or am I just posting up in a booth by myself?
Are we going to have a dirt guest?
I mean, I don't know. I could bring anyone, but I could bring anyone from the staff. Hi, James. Does this count? Does it have to be 5 separate super chats or 5 different people sending super chats?
Oh, you said 5 super chats.
I didn't. Tara did.
You did. You verbally said out loud 5 super chats.
Oh my gosh.
You're going to be eating at Olive Garden.
Put them all up. You got your finger on the pulse. Show all the chats.
Boom, boom, boom.
You know what? Here's what we're going to do.
What?
This is the reaction.
Diva down hashtag. Kevin, yes, I love it. Oh, I should make more bets with you. This is so good. Shout out our own page. Goal achieved.
You know, if you follow your dreams, things can happen, or things you never thought would happen could occur. Like
reach
right
for
now,
the stars, you know. And if you miss, you land
on a breadstick.
Oh my gosh,
James! James, you're the man.
Sorry about you. Gray. Oh man, I'm already plotting. Like, what else can I get? Can I like incentivize for you for next week? Like, I'm already thinking about it. I'm already plotting. Like, all right, if we get so many chats, like what? Honestly, in the chat, like you guys let us know. Like, if Gray gets a number of super chats, what does he have to do?
I have
I
to
think,
Google and see if Tuscaloosa has an Olive Garden for real. Hold on.
of course they have an Olive Garden.
I don't know
Of
where it
course.
is. Oh, there's one
Well,
on McFarland. Yeah. Okay.
McFarland, USA.
No, that's the street. You'll see. You'll be here in April.
I know that's coming up so quick.
It really is. We're actually right at a month
I
from
know.
Nicole being in Tuscaloosa
Oof.
for Alabama, Oklahoma, along with, I believe, Sydney's still coming. So I think we're going to have the whole gang.
Is this the next super chat? Is this the next super chat?
I don't know if I want to do any singing publicly. I'm not.
Is this the next super chat?
The only place I
month from now.
sing, the
A
only
month
place
from
I
now.
sing is down the hall at Westgate Karaoke after football games. It's the only place.
Could I? Okay. Can we make a bet, Gray? Come on, Gray.
Let me hear it.
Okay. No, come on. Just go all in. Don't be lukewarm.
Fine. What is
For the
it?
dirt. Okay, Gray's in. I have witnesses. I have 27 witnesses on right now. So, if we get
I will get fired from my job if I do that. So Brady, that's a heinous.
heinous.
I literally have a post game show for football. That wouldn't work. Couldn't do it.
So
unless I get all the $1,000, then I'll consider it.
I'd be willing to donate to that cause.
What's the deal?
So if you get, we'll say 20, we'll put it high.
Okay.
Because I know you'll be a little anxious about this, and it won't be this week. It'll be the week before, and I'll make sure to remind everybody on all the weeks leading up, just
sure
so we
you
can
will.
prepare. But, and I'm noting this time, right at the 18-minute mark, we're gonna get this clip. The week leading up before the OU Alabama series, if we get 20 super chats, you're gonna have to sing the OU fight song at the karaoke bar right down the street.
I think you misconstrued where I said I do karaoke. It's someone's apartment. It's not a bar.
Wait, do you guys not have a karaoke bar?
There is. Jackie's does have karaoke on Thursday nights.
Is that also an apartment or an actual
that's
karaoke
a place. Jackie's is an establishment. I have seen multiple people, sports people, do karaoke there, including myself.
I feel like 20 is like a fair. I feel like 20 is like a fair one. Sorry, wrong one. Yeah.
A pot shot at Tom.
There was, Tom is catching some strays here.
We're 20 minutes in. This is the most off the rails episode of The Dirt with Gray and Nicole.
I love the chat. I love the chat. As Nate says, I'm sad. I'm sad for this series. Like I can't wait. Oh yeah, Alabama. Come on, Gray.
All right, fine. Let's go.
Fine. Sat.
Seated. Diva down or whatever.
Diva down. Diva is down bad.
Oh.
Boy,
I am going to give the best motivational speech I have ever given in my life.
this is my last. So Fang goes, can I pre-deposit my super chat?
Is AI writing these comments from the softball? I mean, what's going on?
Not Nicole says. Oh, I really need to make that burner account. Oh no! You can't out me like that.
Not Nicole did not vote Oklahoma #1. I can't speak for Nicole, but I know who not Nicole voted for.
Gray! I can't believe you said that.
Hey, I'm just talking about not Nicole. I can't say I don't know what you did. I'm just talking about not
Wow,
Nicole.
we really are spilling dirt today. Oh, oh, oh,
Nick
oh.
Torina. Did we just type it at the same time? Yeah, you got it.
I I will reach out to the equipment manager and have him bring some.
What is happening right now?
This
We are 21 minutes into this show. How have we devolved so?
Nick, you know what? I will match that 30. I will personally contribute to the fund. I want a picture of Gray in the old Sooner uniform with the visor, back to back with Patty Gasso. That is a picture I want to see. I'll frame it. I'll give it to you for Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
This is what
man.
I do for all of you.
Dear dear viewers, I think Gray just left. I don't know what happened.
Sorry, my Wi-Fi just cut out. It was like you can't agree to these things. Get off the
They're like
show.
they're like, cut him, take him off now. Stat. Oh
That was really
wow.
disconcerting. Okay, do you want to keep
This
talking
is
about how weird midweeks are?
I feel like we are very much on trend of where we were last year. So Gray and I unofficially did the dirt last year. Those are the sealed files. Those will never come out. But we did record them last year just for close friends and family, if you will.
Mhm.
Friends and family discount. And with that, it just sometimes got a little chaotic. And I feel like these first 22 minutes, I felt a touch of nostalgia of last year early dirt episodes. I was like, man, wow. Gray just outing me like that and
I
just
didn't out you. I outed not Nicole. You outed yourself.
anyways. Anyways,
You played
Gray,
yourself.
go ahead and give us your serious intro.
Okay.
We're
Well,
ready.
first off, Xavier's right. We swap sides. This is weird. Normally I'm on the
I
left.
know.
Should we go
I like
back?
it.
We can do you want to
It
stay
makes
there?
me feel dominant. I like this side.
Okay.
That
Oh.
was weird wording. Actually, switch back. Just
You know what? I'm gonna come over here. There we go. Okay.
all right, I'm done. Okay.
Well, here's the only time that we can ever talk about this because I'm glad you brought up our old dirts. Because on those old dirts, we talked about a lot of stuff. And
Right.
sometimes it was funny. Sometimes we actually had like hardcore conversations. And as I was at lunch today, I looked at the date. I never really ever know what day it is. I know what day of the week it is because I'm preparing or, coming back from a softball game of some sort. But I looked at the date and I was like, oh, shoot, it's March 12th. And this was the day 5 years ago
Five
when
years ago.
5 years ago when everything was canceled. When we got the
I
call
think I
that,
saw that. Yeah, on
yeah,
Twitter.
we got the call that the World Series was canceled. I was getting ready for a tournament at Alabama. It was canceled. So I don't think on this program, Nicole, we have ever told our stories
Our COVID
experiencing that.
stories.
So what was March 12th like for you when all that went down? Because you were playing.
I feel like I should have like a spotlight with a dark background and like the tagline of like my COVID survivor story right now. But we'll
I
make
can
do.
I can cue
Um
dramatic music if
no,
it's like that.
with AI's music, I don't know how dramatic it'll be. But I remember it was the day before and it was the Oklahoma City Thunder had a basketball game. There's a press conference. We are some silly geese. I will say that. There was a press conference going on and the player was like, "Oh, ha, ha," and he like touches all the mics and he's like,
Rudy
"Blah, blah, blah,"
Gobert.
him. And everybody's like on our team was like, "Oh my gosh, like da, da, da." And then the next day we get called into the classroom and coach is like, effective immediately, we're being shut down, like we don't know the answers. As soon as we do, we're going to give them to you, but this is what I do know. Grab everything that you can, everything that you want, because you won't be allowed back into the stadium. We will not be practicing. Our season is canceled. That is it. It's done. And I remember being terrified because it was the week leading up to, or the 2 weeks before, week and a half or something like that, before our conference opener against Texas. And I'll be honest, guys, we were not good that year. We had a lot of losses. We had a lot of injuries that
You
year. I
were
think we
good.
probably
You just were. You had taken some L's, but y'all were still a good team. Don't
we
do
had
that. Don't do that. I do
we had
remember the
like
Long Beach walk off.
nine injuries on the team. It was like myself, Giselle Juarez, Shannon Sale, Riley Boone, like the list went on and on and on and on. Jocelyn Allo was playing center field for us at that point. Um, and so we are just limping along at this point in the season, and me quite literally. And I had been in 4 games coming back just as like a pinch hitter, but I was at the point that if I played in one more game, I wouldn't be able to redshirt anymore. And so I remember thinking to myself, like, okay, this is a week where I have to make the decision. Do I want to play my senior year with this team, or do I want to redshirt, maybe heal up a little bit more, and then play next year? And I hated the thought of sitting on the bench. So I was probably leaning more towards playing. But as soon as that decision was made for me, I was like, shoot, I be able to redshirt? Will I not be able to redshirt? Like, will they honor it? Like, will I be able to come back? I'm graduating. Like, will they still pay for my school? Like, how does that work? Will I have to pay for like, I had no idea. And so it was just this turmoil of feelings and emotions. And I think I stayed in Oklahoma for about a week. And then I was like, okay, like this is lasting. Like it's not going away. Like I was like, let's write it out. Let's see what's going on. And then everything started to shut down. And I was like, I gotta go back home. And I ended up going back home, and I stayed in my parents have a rent house across the neighborhood from the ones that the house that I grew up in. So I stayed there in a blow up mattress for the like entire spring and halfway through the summer. And I just remember being so devastated. Not only did I lose my senior year, but that was also supposed to be the Olympics. And I was playing
Mhm.
with Team Mexico. So it was just like a big turmoil of feelings. And by the time we found out that I found out that I would be able to come back and I would be able to keep my scholarship, my school would be paid for. A lot of the grad programs, the applications had shut down. And so I had a very limited option for grad program options. And it was chaotic. It was so chaotic and it was scary. And I just remember thinking, coming back from my ACL injury, like, man, I'm never going to take softball for granted again. And then COVID happened, and I was like, "No, no, really, I will never take softball for granted again." Um, so that is kind of my experience on that day, and just like from then that point on, but it was just overwhelming, I think. Yeah. What about you, Gray?
Well, first off, I think your message is totally right, because that is the ultimate, like,
Thanks.
we can't take anything for granted because we know what it feels like to have it taken away like that.
Mhm.
So I was a senior in college at the time, and that whole week I was in Nashville because I was also working the SEC men's basketball tournament, but I was getting ready for the weekend when BYU, Bryant, and Texas would be in Tuscaloosa for, I believe it was also
Mm.
called the Spring Break Showdown. And on the afternoon of the 11th, we did our coach call with Mike White, and we did all the notes. I was making the board. We talked about, the team. Miranda Ellis
Did
was
you
having an
keep the board?
amazing year. The board, I still have the board somewhere. It's not
You're
not
like
here. It's
COVID
in
board.
storage. Well, I'll get to that in a minute, actually. So so then that night I go and I work the first day of the SEC tournament on the 11th, and we see the Rudy Gobert stuff, and I watch as all the conference officials are realizing, oh, we got to, like, something's happening and we got to figure out what we're going to do. It's the first time ever there's been an all staff SEC men's basketball tournament meeting that I wasn't allowed in because I was helping with operations and all that. And they were like, sorry, we just need office staff in here. I was like, oh, okay. It'd be
Oh,
like
it's
that.
serious.
It'd be like that. I understand.
It'd be like the
So,
Europe trip tour of Italy.
so the
R.I.P.
12th, I walk from the hotel to the arena, and Kentucky's doing their shoot around. And, I'm there helping. And at the very end, Coach Calipari says, all right, guys, good shoot around. Get on the bus. Tournament's canceled. And I'm like, excuse me. What? What'd you say? And I turn and I look at one of the guys John Gibson from the SEC, who was my boss. And I was like, JG, is this? He's like, I don't know. And 2 minutes later, we get the alert from the SEC that the tournament is canceled moving forward, and that all athletics are paused until March 20th, I believe was when it was, or something like that, or March 30th.
It was a bit of a tease, yeah.
Yeah, and so then we get, I'm texting the softball people, and everybody's like, well, guess what? The next day, we're hosting Team USA. It'll be awesome. We'll be back, whatever. And then that night was when the NCAA announced that the Women's College World Series was canceled. And that's what broke me. So I was like, oh, shoot. I just called my last Alabama. I just called my last Alabama softball game. I didn't even know it. All our seniors just played their last game. They didn't even know it. I was texting Taylor Clark and a bunch of people, and it was brutal. And so I went back to Tuscaloosa. The team had a couple meetings, and then there were a couple people still at Rhodes. So I went and had everybody who was there sign the board, for that upcoming weekend. And it's just it's a great reminder, and I think it ties into all the fan base passion that we've seen this week. Like it's really super fun to get up in arms about stuff and to be like that, but at the same time, we also know how quickly this sport and this game and so many things can get taken away in the blink of an eye. And, let's treasure the fact that we're playing and not be mad about every single possible thing that we can.
Well put.
Thank you.
Well said. I can't believe it's been 5 years.
5 years. Isn't that crazy?
It makes me feel old.
I'm still older than you, though. So.
I'm like a whole cycle out of college softball.
Yeah.
Like,
it's weird being a decade older than the freshman.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
No.
I don't like it.
Oh man.
My goodness.
Well, hey, there's no easy transition. So should we just get to more dirt messages? Because we did have a couple debate mailbag questions.
I love a good debate.
All right. Let me find it in my notes. Brandon, who is the best pitcher in softball right now?
Tegan Kavan.
Ooh, do you want to tease something?
I would like to tease something. I think she's one of the best pitchers in college softball right now. And yes, she has a fantastic team to back her up. But her outings and her performances, I mean, like, man, she has just been killing it. And you can really see, I don't know, she was great last year. Great. But I feel like there's a maturity and a level that I didn't see her go to last year that I'm seeing this year. I'm a big, big fan of everything that she's been doing. And for me, I think the biggest thing is just the maturity level, the gamesmanship that I'm seeing from her as a pitcher, not just a thrower. And I'm starting to see that mastery. But to your point of the tease, we're going to get to see her on Diamond in the South tomorrow, whenever that episode releases. You are going to hear from Tegan Kavan. I am so excited. And one of the things that I'm going to be talking to her about is, which I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this, is we all know COVID seniors graduated last year, and there were so many of them, right? And now this year you hear over and over and over again, I'm an analyst from other analysts. There's so much youth within the game of college softball. There's so many young guns, unproven talent, like that kind of stuff, or just proven talent, but now everything rests on their shoulders a little bit more. They don't have that leadership of those older girls to kind of fall back on. And I think that Texas went through that last year. and they had that experience, and they had to be the young guns when everybody else had all the vets, and they had to figure it out, and they did. I mean, like, can you imagine? You're playing against a fifth-year senior, and you're like an underclassman, like that is huge. And so I'm going to be talking to her about that, about the mindset and how you have to embrace it and kind of that role and stuff like that. So I'm really excited about this interview. If you guys want to check it out, it will be live on the South America Podcast Network. It will be on Diamond in the South. Um, it's going to be released tomorrow evening, and she's fantastic. I got to visit Texas this past fall and chat with her a little bit. So I'm really pumped for you guys to be able to get to hear from her, because I love the way that she views the game and just the maturity. I think she's gone to another level this year. Who do you think, Gray?
I don't want to cop out and be like Kennedy, because the
I mean,
chat's
is
saying
it a cop out
Kennedy.
though? Is it? There's a This is also another thing though. Like, if everyone's saying it, and you can't, that wouldn't be a bad answer. She's fantastic. What they did against Oklahoma State, she was a huge part of that.
All right, but we talk about Kennedy so much. I mean, Kennedy's great, like 100%. But I'm also almost gonna like put her in a different category of like she's a two-way, and she's kind of like,
Okay.
you know.
Then let me ask this then
Okay.
before you say your final answer. Best two-way, her or Jordy?
Well, all right. I think Nyjah is the
No.
better pitcher, but Jordy's the better hitter. So I guess I think I would go Nyjah
Okay.
between
Okay.
the two of them.
Okay.
Sorry, Jordy, if you're tuning in. Drop that
Nebraska's
super chat though.
Nebraska's heated right now. You're
Oh,
gonna get a Nebraska softball shirt next week. I'm gonna tweet Nebraska softball just for you.
all right, Nate. To your point, yes, she has been barely hitting since the injury,
This
and
is what Gray's talking about.
yeah, since the injury, we have not seen her. I don't think she's hit at all, actually, since the injury against North Texas.
Yeah, I think, but she was a two-way for
Yeah, that's the point. I mean,
a hot
that's what she
minute.
wants to be, but the problem is there's something precluding her from doing that. So anyway, on the pitcher side, I want to show a little love to, well, Annie. Annie says Emma Limley. I think that's a great pick. She
Ooh,
did
that's a
have a no hitter
great
tonight.
pick. Lemley has been just like crushing it. I'm a big fan.
No hitter against Kentucky. I do want to show a little love though to Lindsey Grind at Oregon. She's been on a tear this year.
Okay. But the
13 and
best
0.
in college softball.
I think
That's the question. Are you going to stand on that?
I mean, I don't think she's the best in college softball, but I want to show her
Who's the
some
best?
love.
All right. All right. Show her some love and then tell me who's the best. Show her
I
some
think
love though.
all right, well, she's 13 and 0, sub 1 ERA, just shut out Florida State.
Shut out.
I don't know. I don't know how, because Limley when she's on is a great answer.
Mhm.
Pickens is a great answer. I think Lindsey Grind has made a case this year. I think Teagan is a great answer. So I don't know if there's a right one, and I guess
crazy.
I guess
that
I'll go
Jordy-
Limley. Like all the no hitters and perfect games are kind of insane.
Yeah. The perfect games.
Brazan too. Brazan is
Plural.
also Brazan has been excellent too.
Yeah. There's been a lot of perfect games. I feel like so far this season.
Uh-oh, Nicole's yawning. That's not good.
You guys, my bedtime is so early. I stay up late every Wednesday night because I get so excited about doing the live. But I'm an old lady, you guys. It's been 5 years since COVID. I'm up and at it. I'm up and at it.
Wait, is Brady chatting with himself?
Show the group. Show the group. What does Bo know, Gray?
What
does
does
he
Bo
know?
know? Ouch. Ouch, Nate. Nicole, do you find me boring?
No,
Why'd you just do that?
because
Let me.
oh,
Oh my gosh.
oh man,
It's not the chat. It's not the chat.
the chat has been popping off tonight. I no longer have to beg for comments. It's fantastic.
All right.
Going live is the best thing we've ever done.
This was a great idea. I love what I'm gonna be live next weekend from Olive Garden. Can we talk a little bit about, speaking of Tegan Kavan, can we talk about Florida, Texas?
Can we? Absolutely.
What do you think is going to happen this weekend? Because the biggest question to me remains, is Rothrock a go, yes or no?
Yes.
If she's not a go, I honestly don't know how this weekend's going to play out, because I still think Florida's got the best offense in America. If she is a go, then Florida's got a chance to really stake their claim on the SEC standings.
I think if she's not a go, Texas sweeps.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm. Because I'm just a feeling. Call it a gut feeling. I have no founded reason to say it, other than just like watching the teams, and there's just Florida needs that pitcher to really be like shove, I don't know what that hand motion was, but you get what I'm saying. If she is a go, man, I think it's gonna go down to game 3. I really do. I think it's gonna be just a battle of back and forth, because like these are the top 2 teams. Like, oh my gosh. What, Gray?
Well,
What?
nothing. After Yannette asked why you were with Softball America, 48 minutes later, she popped up with Florida is overrated. I don't think so. I don't think
They're
Florida's
fantastic.
overrated.
They are a really good team.
Oxley showed me a lot this weekend. Pitching like she did in College Station in that environment against an offense that I think is at worst top half in the SEC, which means like top 20 in the country, top 25 in the country. That was pretty impressive. I was pretty taken by what Florida did last weekend.
Mm-hmm. I think they're a team. Both of these teams, you look at where they were a year ago at the World Series, and the experience that are returning to both of those teams, the understanding, and there's something to be said for both of these teams coming so close, but not being able to finish in the end, right? Both of them played Oklahoma. They both had really great opportunities, but in the end, they couldn't get it done, right? And they know that they're gonna have to go through each other to be able to get back on the top. Like, they're gonna see each other again, not just in conference, not just in the tournament, but in postseason play. Whenever it comes down to it, if those teams get back to the World Series, at some point they're probably gonna have to face each other again. That is just the way it goes, And that is something from experience. This is just my personal opinion, my personal experience. Whenever we got second and we lost to UCLA, back in 2019, I remember feeling that like all year long. All year long. And it wasn't the only thing that fueled me, but it was a reminder. It was a reminder of like, never again. That's not gonna happen again. Absolutely not. Like, I'm not gonna allow that to happen again. And those 2 teams are so competitive that they know, yes, it's not Oklahoma that they're playing, but playing against each other, that is right up on par. Those 3 teams to me, like, they're right up there. It is them and then a lot of everybody else. And they know they have to perform. So I really do think it's going to be a great series, because they know. And whenever you have players at that level, at that talent, at the IQ, the big games, those players get big. Like they just get big. They love those opportunities. They love that stage. They love to shine. And so it's just, it's so fun. I'm so excited. I'm running a marathon on Sunday, and I'm planning on watching the game from my phone whenever I'm running a marathon because I'm so excited to watch this series. Like, it's gonna be so good. I don't know. Yeah,
I'm hyped. I
so hyped.
I think this is going to be an incredible series. I cannot wait. Like we're literally pushing back out of the box so we can watch Monday night's game.
You have
Normally,
to.
yeah. I mean, you kidding? I'm not going to miss Mike Dub Monday. Florida's a very tough place to play, and let me tell you, that crowd can get a little bonkers. So I'll
They
be curious
can.
to see how Texas responds. But this is going to be, I mean, this is going to be so much fun. Florida's offense against that Texas pitching staff, and then whether it's Rothrock or not, just the chess match here. The Florida
Mhm.
defense has been pretty good this year. The Texas defense has
Solid.
been much improved. So
Yeah,
I'm all about it. Let's rock and roll. I can't wait.
yeah. And calling the regionals at Florida last year, you're right. Like, it does get a little crazy. Like,
Their
it gets
fans can
loud.
really get into it.
They can heckle with the best of them. Let's just say
Yes.
that. They can heckle with the best of them. And Texas is no stranger to heckling, but that doesn't mean it still don't hear it. You still don't feel it, right? And this is going to be their first big SEC series, right? Like massive, massive series. So Florida fans are going to be all in. They're going to be showing out. So it's going to be a good one.
All right, I'm going to flash before we get to the stain. Annie's question: how many home runs will we see in Oklahoma, Arkansas across the 3
Oh my
games?
gosh. Okay.
So Fang had a guess. He said 18. That was also the guess I said on Out of the Box. I think there will be 18 total home runs in this
Well,
series.
we might as well just round up. I'm going to say 20. Listen, there's a lot of home runs between OU and South Carolina this past weekend. And I have seen what Arkansas's bats can do. I've seen what OU's bats can do. And DJ Gasso, the hitting coach for Arkansas, he's going to be fired up.
Is it crazy? And I do not want this to sound disrespectful to Ella Parker or Cassidy Pickering, who are both excellent. But is the best hitter on the field Brie Ellis?
Brie Ellis. I'm a big fan of Brie Ellis.
I mean, her OBP is basically 700 right now.
She has been so consistent. So consistent. I'm just like her numbers. I gotta compare her and Ella Parker after this series. Like, you could say one or the other, I feel like. And I do think we shouldn't leave out Gabby Garcia. Home run in six of her last 7 games.
She's been ripping it right now.
6 of her last 7 games, she's hit a home run. I heard this stat from Chris Plank, the radio guy for OU, and he said the last time something like that has happened was Jocelyn Allo.
I heard she was good. Can you confirm?
1,000,000% can confirm. I found that out before I even watched her play on the field. So Softball America, we did an event with Oakley, Gabby Garcia and Hannah Core. They were up in OKC. We went out and we did the Oakley activation. They got to pick out their own shades. I got to interview them. It was fantastic. I learned a lot about who Gabby Garcia was here before I even saw what she did out there. And if you're at OU, like, you're going to be good, right? But how are you up here? She's legit. She is legit. So I am a fan. I think after this weekend, though, we'll see Brie Ellis or Ella Parker.
I'm looking up
two of
real
the
quick
best
her
hitters
stat
in the
line
country.
against Ole Miss.
Yeah.
She was 4 for 8 with 10 RBIs and 2 home runs.
Just video game numbers.
It's not bad.
Just video game numbers. What was Ella Parker's?
Against South Carolina. She didn't have a hit.
She
right?
walked a lot.
She
No,
walked a lot. I don't
I
think
know
she had
she
a
did have
hit.
a hit.
Well, real quick, my Gabby Garcia story, because I met her at the Alliance All-Star game that I was calling, and she told us, I don't know if the plan has changed, but her goal was to like go to the Olympics as a javelin thrower. That's something that
Oh my
she's
gosh.
really good at.
I'm gonna ask her about that.
Ask her about it.
I will. Be like, Gabby,
Uh,
do you still javelin throw?
Ella Parker in the South Carolina series was 0 for 5 with 6 walks.
6 walks. Wow.
It's
I
pretty
don't know why in my head she had at least 2 hits.
because she was on base constantly.
She was always on. She's always on base. She's always on base. Like, holy cow. Man. I think it's gonna be a fun series.
I can't
A
wait.
lot of offense. A lot of offense. Just 2 heavy hitters, 2 brothers just going at it, you know? And again, okay, story time. So DJ was a GA whenever I was at OU, and whenever they would bicker, they were siblings, like they were brothers, and they would bicker. And DJ, of course, the classic youngest, knew how to get under JT's skin, and then JT would be like, "Mom," not really, but like kind of. And DJ would be like, "What? Like I didn't do anything." And they just had, like, you could tell that they were family, and it was so fun watching them go at it. So I know there's some kinda I wish I could be a fly on the wall in that Gasso family group chat. I wish I could be a fly on the wall because I know there's some kinda smack talk going on.
You know that's never going to happen. Coach Gasso won't even follow you back on Twitter. She's not going to put you in the family group chat.
Stop it, Grace. Stop. Don't make me sad. I'm gonna text Andrea Gasso and be like, "Hey, is there some smack talk going on? Like, hey,
Can you put me in anonymously?
can you just like hide me, but like put me in?"
Just be like going ghost mode in the family group chat.
Right. Oh, the family group chat. Oh yeah. Oh, DJ is a really good heckler. So we always tried to prep at OU. And one thing that we would do is we all knew nobody liked OU whenever I was playing there. I don't know how it is now. Might have changed, but at the time, nobody really liked OU, especially the fans in the outfield. And so DJ's job as a GA was whenever we would scrimmage, he would go out in the outfield and he'd lean over the wall and he'd just rest his chin there and he would just heckle you. And ooh, he was good at it. I got distracted a couple times. He got Fale to crack a few times. Like he got Jada to crack. He was good. He was good.
I feel like I would enjoy bantering with DJ Gasso.
You would.
I feel like we would have some fun.
You should have him on the pod. He's pretty funny.
Would he come on the dirt?
Oh, I feel like he would come on the dirt. I think he would like it too. I think he would like it. That would be fun. Ugh. Yeah.
All right, is
What a
it time? Is it time?
I think it is time.
Okay. Here we go. It's time for the
You gonna play
stain.
music?
I'm going to give it a shot. Let's see what we got.
Which one are you going for?
Epic.
All right.
Try.
Let's try world music.
Oh. It's the White Lotus theme song.
Is it really? I've never seen that.
It's not.
Oh.
But
I was like, oh my god, wow.
It's not far off.
Oh really? I mean, that's fair.
All right, can I go first?
Yeah.
All right. Look, if you're gonna disagree with something, we need to get across a couple rules.
Are we laying down ground rules for
We
the
are
stain?
we are laying down we're laying down ground rules to the people
is
who
this for
comment
me?
on stuff they disagree
Oh.
with. Not you, the people out there.
I was like, wow, all right. I'm sad. I'll behave.
All right, ready? If you disagree with something, that is perfectly your right. Perfectly your right. You are so allowed to disagree. 100%. Don't do these two things. One, get personal in your comments and or attacks on people on social media. Not really worth it. You just look like the jerk. So, probably not worth it. And number two, come up with better attacks. If you're not being personal, but your best rebuttal is, oh, they don't watch the games. Because you can say a lot of things about all of us. We all have flaws as human beings. The one thing we
Not
cannot
me.
be
I'm
accused
perfect.
of.
I'm
Okay.
perfect.
The one thing we cannot be accused of is not watching the games. I can promise you. And my rebuttal to your rebuttal would be, how many other games outside of the team that you support did you watch? Actually, because we saw your game and then we also watched Georgia Southern and South Carolina Coastal Carolina and Auburn Georgia Tech. I had 5 different games I was cycling through at dinner tonight. Like, we can be accused of a lot of things in life, but not watching softball can't be one of them. And if that's your rebuttal, then that tells me you probably only watched one team on the weekend, and your point of view probably not one I should take into account. So
wow,
that is my saying. Be a little better. No personal attacks, and make sure if you are gonna like snip back at us, something intelligent, because clearly they don't watch the games. Could not be further from the truth. That's I mean, do better. Seriously.
So what are your thoughts whenever somebody rebuttals on social media or they make a comment and the grammar isn't correct or the spelling's off?
It makes my eyes burn. It does. I can't tell you how many times an off the wall comment on the Out of the Box podcast, there's my dollar. Did it. Got my cut in about the pod. Or anything on basically any disagreement on Twitter, how many times people use the wrong your or confuse dominate versus dominant.
Yeah.
Those are different things. They don't mean the same thing. One is active, one is passive. One is an adjective, one is a verb. And so I bothers me. But like it's
You
it makes
seem
sense.
like just like a really chill guy. Like it's like
I'm an English minor. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, hey, James, I love you, man. James, what a guy, James Fender. You're my boy. What a G up in here. I'm gonna get my friend Mac Leonard to send me an FSU shirt so I can wear it for you, James.
Just for James.
Yes, because I don't think we have any other Knowles up in here.
James. Wow.
So yeah, my stain is it's first off, it's not that deep.
Can we sum up your stain in one sentence?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's not that deep, comma, do better.
Comma. I love that.
I'm pretty sure that's not a grammatically correct phrase as I think of it in my head, but or maybe I would go semicolon. It's not that deep, semicolon, do better. Yeah.
The semicolon. Wow.
Yes, the silent assassin of grammar. The semicolon.
The silent assassin.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Well, my stain is so on Monday, I was watching Auburn and Mississippi State, and I was with Tori Vidalis and Hope Troutwine. We were all together and we were just scouting. We were talking softball. We were watching softball. We were catching up, all these things. And as I'm watching, I probably shouldn't have said the team's names, but I don't know. Yeah. As I was watching.
Hold up. We got to put this up here. Love you, Brady.
Never. I love Brady.
Grammar Gray.
Grammar Gray in the house.
Keep going on yours, and then I want to put some more of these comments up because Mark's got an interesting question.
Okay. If you are a hitter and the ball gets down in the dirt, I don't ever to your runner. She's on second base. She knows the ball's in the dirt. She knows the catcher caught it. Relax. I'm like, not once, but like 5 times.
Do that face again.
No, I'm not doing that face again. And I'm like, yeah, she's not gonna go, like, unless she read it right and she saw that it was in the dirt, then she's probably stealing because that's what you're supposed to do. But no, don't give me like the 5 times. And then I also saw within that same game, there's a batter and they get it and they're like, yeah, that was a strike. You're right. You're right. Yeah. And I'm like,
My back
listen,
just popped from laughing at that.
like, I've probably done that myself personally, where it's like, yeah, all right. But whenever it's like one pipe down the middle and you take it and you're like, yeah, you're like, yeah, yeah. I just, ooh, I guess my stain is like, if you're in the batter's box, like, just like, don't do too much. Don't do too much because, oh, no. I'm like, we all see it. We all see it, especially since it's on TV. Like, we all see it. And I just, ooh. And you know what? Now we're getting some sass. Now I'm getting heated
Well,
because
hold on, because then the next comment is they need sign language. If they're blind, they can't see the sign language. What
that
are you
is
talking
death.
about?
Uh,
Oh, Brady.
Brady. At the end of the day, like, just you can just be like, no, nope, don't run. Okay, just like one head shake. You don't get another one. Whenever you strike out and you run back into the dugout, like you hit the jog, like almost like you hustle back in there, like that's tough. I think I've done that twice in my career. But that's tough. Oh, that's why I just said, like, I feel like I've done that before. But I've corrected my majority is not that. All right. So, yeah. That's my stain. Just like relax.
All right, real quick. Mark has a broadcasting question. Why do announcers / reporters use talk about and I digress so often? Is that in the textbooks? I will say this because Brady also made the point. I don't love when people are interviewing other people, like on camera. If
Wait, I'm so silly. Explain this question to me like I'm 5 because I'm not getting it.
okay, so I digress would be like kind of
Yeah,
a
no, yeah, but
insert
like,
word or and then talk about. So what I was about to say was I don't like how on camera or in press conferences people will say like, hey, blah 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 blah, talk about how important she is to the team. First off, that's not a question, so that is a statement. And if
right.
you're asking a question, then you should probably phrase it as a question. What has Nicole Mendes meant to the team, Coach Gasso? Something like that. Not talk about what Nicole Mendes has meant to the team. It doesn't seem very polished. I don't really love it
Mm.
when reporters do that on the air. Now, I will say on coach calls, I don't really do it because it still feels like an ick to me. But I don't hate it because it leaves it extremely open ended for the coach to kind of say whatever they want to say. And on those coach calls, our goal is what, Nicole, to gather as much information as possible.
Yeah.
So
Well,
whatever works, but like sideline reporting and like I don't know, it's kind of it seems a little lazy.
that's interesting. To me, I think it's perfectly acceptable. Um, because it, like you said, it allows something to be a little bit more open-ended, and you allow whoever's answering to
I'm sorry, the chat again.
I saw it. I saw it.
Yeah.
We're not going
I'm not
there.
putting that up. All right, that's fine.
I lost my train of thought, but I think what I was saying was I think it's perfectly fine because it allows whoever's giving the answer to kind of take it whichever way they want and go from there. And a question like that of like, tell me about what Nicole Mendes means to the team, question mark, or statement. I think you get the gist of what they're saying either way.
But I also think that kind of makes it your fault if the answer isn't good. You know what I mean?
I was reading the chat because it's just blowing up. What did you say?
I think then it becomes the onus is on you if the answer isn't good. You know, if I get a 3-word answer on why Nicole Mendes, what Nicole Mendes means to the team, not saying anything about, I'm just saying if that's what I get back, then
I hit good.
That's on me for not asking a better question.
That's true.
So
that's just knowing who you're talking to, reading the room, and getting the most out of somebody. I totally agree. Then it does fall on you if the answer is pretty bad.
I err on the side of specificity and actually asking questions with question marks.
Question mark?
I remember a time earlier tonight when you said, "Hey, could the dirt be 40 minutes?"
Shut up. Why was I literally just looking at the time and I was like, I just thought that and I was like, yeah, that was a pipe dream that I had as a child, and I now know the dirt can never only be 40 minutes.
No.
It can never.
All right, real quick, viewers, send us our debate topics for next week in the chat. And then while you're doing that, Nicole, what are you up to this weekend? What's the plan? Are you working? Besides running a marathon, what are you doing?
So I am actually, I'm actually flying out tomorrow evening, and I am going to be going out to LA. So on Sunday, I am running the LA Marathon, and it is supposed to be nice and sunny and beautiful. And I cannot wait because I'll tell you what, something about like with this extra hour, like something about the sun being out a little bit longer, like all that kind of stuff just makes me so excited. So I won't lie, I'm not super excited about the marathon itself because it's just a lot. It's a lot of running. That's 26.2 miles of running. And I've heard there's a lot of hills. But we'll see. And but anyways, I digress. You like that?
Yeah, that's good.
But I land on Thursday and I am actually staying at Tara Henry's home out in California. Gonna get nice and cozy. So shout out Tara for being so kind, saving me some money on a hotel. But I was actually going to explore around. So if any of you guys have any recommendations for the LA area, please let me know. I am doing this solo dolo. So I'm not running with a friend. I'm not doing it with anybody. But I was thinking Friday, I know that UCLA and Purdue are playing each other. So I was thinking maybe I might just zip right over, watch some softball. I mean, what better way to get my mind right than to see some competition going on? So I don't know. Other than that, I might go to a beach. I don't know. Find a coffee place and get some tea. I don't know. The opportunities are endless. They're endless.
I appreciate all the questions that are pouring in that we're going to bring to the dirt next week when I'm live at Olive Garden. That's going to be
with your mysterious guest.
Yeah, I don't know who I'm going to ask. Just be like, hey, can you sit next to me while I pod at Olive Garden?
Tom.
No, Tom's got a family. He's got to be with the children.
It's going to be Tom and his whole family. That is going to be the
Oh, Andrew, you missed the whole thing. You're going to have to go back and watch the beginning. Oh, Andrew, you showed up late, my man. Oh no,
Andrew, go through the chat.
What the heck? Big 12 turned SEC girly pop at Big 10 debut for Pac-12 Giant.
Brady is a menace whenever he is on here. I'm getting heckled. I feel like I'm back in college at Oklahoma State or something.
I had a good quip, but I'm gonna save it for after we're
No,
done
you gotta
recording.
say it. You gotta say it.
I'm not gonna do it. I will tell you though where I'm gonna be this weekend.
Where are you gonna be this weekend?
Where else but the great place where I am right now, my home. I'm so hyped to not pack yet again.
I'm crazy pumped.
And Jenna Johnson and I will be on all 3 games of Alabama, Mississippi State this weekend. Going to be super fun. If you're hoping to tune in, stay alert to possible announcements about Saturday. I know nothing as of yet, but I'm sure the discussions are beginning. Saturday is going to be a really, really, really gross day. Thunderstorms. It's going to be pretty not great in T-Town. So it feels like there will probably be a doubleheader. I don't know if it'll be Friday or Sunday. I would, if it were up to me, I would say Friday. So SC Network Plus, Gray Robertson, Jenna Johnson, all 3 games, Alabama, Mississippi State. It's going to be fun. We've already written out so many things. The show's going to be good. And we're going to have some little tidbits.
Hey, we're gonna have a good time.
But, it's just going to be fun. Fangs comment, we need Brady on the dirt. Your thoughts, Brady?
Brady, I think we need to get Brady Girly Pop on the dirt. I think so.
Nick Saban's not coming to Olive Garden with me. That's not happening.
Could you imagine though?
No.
What if Nick Saban went to Olive Garden with you? Would you be more excited about it?
What would this show even be if Nick Saban was sitting next to me?
Nick Saban went to Oklahoma. We could talk about that.
Do you think would you ask him what he thinks a girly pop is, or like?
Yeah, I'd ask him that.
Oh my gosh. We'll see. Do you have anything else? Does chat anything else before we go? I'll give you 2 more minutes.
We could get Jalen Hurts on the pod. Oh no!
I think you should ask him. I don't think he would care if I did. I think he would.
I think I should ask him.
I don't know if I can get anybody on the current coaching staff because then I have to go through all the official channels and.
Do you?
Yeah, I gotta. I mean.
Do you?
What about an alum? What about like an Amanda Locke or somebody? That'd be fun. Caleb Beaver.
You need to go to. Oh, I love Caleb Beaver.
Or Tao. Do you want Tao? We can get Tao up in here.
Hey, Tao's great. Also, I will say this. Yes.
Yeah, Nicole met Tao on a rooftop bar in Knoxville last year. It was awesome.
We
had
fantastic.
Such a good time.
Also, fun fact, she can sing. I found that out at a karaoke bar, which Gray will be doing again with the Oklahoma Fight song. So I cannot wait because I know this chat is going to come through big time.
All right, last question of the night. And then we wrap. At an Auburn, Texas game, what are you guys wearing? First off, around these parts, it's what are y'all wearing, Brady?
Y'all.
Y'all.
You in the South now, brother.
I can say y'all because this is the dirt and we're a little unplugged. I'm wearing a t-shirt. It's a whole thing. Go ECU. Nicole, what are you wearing to an Auburn, Texas game?
I'm wearing a white shirt and some black Lululemon pants. Very neutral. Very neutral.
Okay.
What are you wearing, Gray?
This feels like a great opportunity to support my best friend, Cooper Barnes, who is a graduate of the University of Texas. So I would sport a Matthew McConaughey cowboy hat and jeans and something.
Jeans?
Jeans. I do own jeans. I have a pair.
How many
and everything.
pairs? One?
Should I wear my jeans to Olive Garden next week?
Oh my gosh, please wear your jeans with the Auburn softball shirt. Like, oh, it's going to be perfect.
You know what's going to happen next week? It's going to be like 8:47 and I'm going to be like getting ready and go, oh shoot, I got to go to Olive Garden. I forgot.
I hope you have like a good like mic that you can just get
Oh,
set
yeah.
up at.
We got options. I'll bring out this little bad boy right here.
You got options.
Yeah, I'll hook this up. I'll hook this up on the phone, and we'll just go live from the. Or I'll bring my laptop. We'll see. I don't know.
Bring your laptop. No shame. No shame in your game. People don't judge at Olive Garden, even if you do. It's okay. They don't.
It's true. You got anything else?
That's all I got. I mean, it was chaotic. We laughed, we cried.
But actually, we kind of did.
We met our goal. I cannot wait for 3 weeks from now. I can't wait to see your face whenever we get those 20 super chats.
I would just like to say to the chat tonight, well done. Great work. Like you made it. You made it happen tonight.
Hey, that was championship mindset right there. That was championship mindset, you guys.
Like we had a whole nother question that I didn't even get to tonight because
I had 4.
We had a lot happening, and you drove the conversation. You know what? That's what we want here on the dirt.
I feel like we should have like a cowbell or something and just be like, I think I actually have some somewhere.
You had 4 topics you wanted to bring up tonight that we didn't talk about.
Yeah.
I only got to Florida, Texas because it was in the title, and I was like, well, I don't really want to rename the episode.
You're like, yeah, I don't want to edit that. So, what a time. Thanks.
I'm out of water. I think that's a signal. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning into The Dirt. Next week, I'll be live at Olive Garden, apparently. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I can't think of a better way to end it. For Nicole, I'm Gray. Thanks for hanging out with us in The Dirt. We'll catch you next time. Go Pirates.